Hey y'all, welcome to Old Line. So a wise person once told me that if you ever start a YouTube channel, just film and upload everything you possibly can, and the public will tell you what's interesting or not. Being that this YouTube channel is literally just about my day job, that's kind of the only course of action I've got. So we are once again on our way to the truck. Kyle got Food Pro today, so I don't have to go over there. Today we're parked at Lowe's in Frederick out on 26. Because I assume all of you live in Frederick, I gotta be specific about which Lowe's. We haven't hit the international market yet. Our relationship with Lowe's is really a cool story, kind of. It's a short story, but it's a cool one. The week before our food truck opened, I was at Lowe's buying something, and I saw a store manager. I walked up to him. I don't remember his name at this point, but I said, "Hey, I'm starting a barbecue food truck. Do you think we could park in your parking lot at some point?" And he really nonchalantly just said "Yeah, sure." I thought he was gonna have to run it up the flagpole, but he just said, "Yeah, go ahead, do it." So a couple weeks later, once we were in business, we took our trailer out to the parking lot and we parked in the way back corner. We were closer to a lot of other stuff than Lowe's, but technically it was their parking lot. That afternoon, the manager of one of the restaurants in the shopping center came up to us and told us nobody wanted us there, and kind of seemed like he wanted to call the cops on us, but we weren't doing anything illegal, so we couldn't. Over the next several months, we would bounce between the two different Lowe's in Frederick, just unofficially parking in their parking lots and doing all right. Then a couple weeks ago, our buddy Chuck, not the Chuck from the Creamery, the Chuck from Lowe's, we've met a lot of Chucks this year, he saw us parked out at the other Lowe's parking lot. Woo! I'm in two-wheel and I chirped that one. At a staff meeting at his Lowe's, he told everybody he thought it'd be really cool if they invited food trucks to come park in front of their building. I'm assuming everybody stood up and started applauding because they immediately said yes, and it just so happens that the next day, we wandered out there and parked ourselves in our normal unofficial spot. He approached the truck, invited us to officially partner with them, and the next week they blocked off a couple spots for us right by the exit of their building, and ever since we've spent at least 2 days a week out there, and it's been phenomenal. Literally, if you walk out of Lowe's, you have to walk right past our truck, and if we can get you within 30 feet of us, then our success rate goes through the roof. So Kyle's on his way out there right now with the trailer. I'm meeting him there. Today we're doing our last test batch of spare ribs, St. Louis cut, and so long as they keep going as well as they've been going, we're gonna have them on special at the Creamery this weekend. So let's go. Today we're smoking short rib for our chopped beef. In a few hours, that's gonna come out. We're gonna put it in a bath with Dr. Pepper and water, and it's gonna braise for a few more hours. Oh, jeez. It's like Pompeii. Woo! So sometimes when we're slow and we don't have any orders on the board, we'll call out fake names trying to drum up interest. Order it for Benjamin, order it for Johnny, order it for Benjamin. It works sometimes. That is your smoked beef short rib. It's taken on all the smoke it needs. Now we're just gonna give it a bath in some water and Dr. Pepper and braise it till it's tender enough to be our chopped beef. And when we're out of Dr. Pepper, we use Coca-Cola. Same idea. All right, getting some mustard on the ribs as a binder to help keep all of our seasoning on it. We got our Mid-Lantic all-purpose rub on it. We're also gonna hit it with our DMV SPG. So we've chosen to use a St. Louis cut spare rib on the truck here. A lot of people prefer baby back ribs and they're great, but these are a little bit more uniform. They work a little bit better in like a box of food, and they're a little bit easier to cut to order. There we go, our last batch of test ribs. Somebody made a mess.
That's where everything else is gonna end up.
Oh, look at all that salt. Salt doesn't belong on the floor, Kyle.
Diamond Crystal is.
Oh my goodness. Oh, more on the floor.
No.
Oh my goodness. Amateurs. All right. At least once a day on the truck, Somebody's got to go fill the gas tank up with gas for the generator. Normally I can weasel my way out of it, but not today. One nice thing about going on a gas run is it gives you the opportunity to buy a type of soda that we don't carry on the truck. It's the little things. While we're on the subject, I just found out that the new Bojangles in Frederick is opening in September, and I could not possibly be more excited. Gonna put on my Dale Jr. shirt and go get me some Bo-Berry biscuits. They also just announced that AJ Allmendinger is going back to full-time cup racing next year, so we're winning all over the place right now. All right, so our ribs are ready to be wrapped. Got brown sugar, Mid-Lantic rub, and butter. We're gonna put these ribs face down and all that, wrap them up, and let them finish. All right, the beef is done. Super tender, great color, falling apart. All that fat's perfectly rendered. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that steam come out when he breaks it.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
That's got great color too.
Great smoke ring. That's gonna be killer. So at this point, the beef goes in these bags so that they don't dry out, and we rest them overnight in our hot box. That's going to be killer in the morning. All right, another great day at the truck. We always do pretty well out here at Lowe's, even though it's just a Thursday. And compared to the rest of the week, I barely had to run around at all. Annabelle's taking the truck back to our commissary kitchen to get a couple things done. Unfortunately, being that we work out of a commissary and not our own kitchen, we have to cook and prepare food when the restaurant that normally occupies that space is closed. They open at 5 a.m. tomorrow. So if we want to get any cooking done between now and the time we open, it's got to be tonight. So kudos to Annabelle for taking that one for the team tonight. Tomorrow, Kyle and I will be back out at Lowe's bright and early. We're smoking pork butts, selling ribs, and getting ready for another great weekend at the creamery. So we'll pick this back up tomorrow. But for now, ooh, there's a deer. Good Lord. There's a bunch of deers. And they're running across the road. Mama deer went one way and baby deers went the other way. All right, we'll try that again. So we'll pick it back up again tomorrow. But for now, it's time to go home, kiss my daughter goodnight, and have a beer. And dinner, you know. That's important too. And spending time with my wife. There's another Tour de France style bike behind me. If any of you ride bikes like that, I was gonna ask if that's common in the area that I live, but I don't think I want to say where I live on camera.
Early the next morning.
Good morning. So in world news today, the new Post Malone country album came out, and it's good. It's like really good. So that's what we got going on so far. All right, we're out here at the commissary getting the trailer hooked up. We have to do this every day. Every day. It's not like flipping the open sign on at a restaurant. It's like getting an RV ready every day, but it's better than work.
What's that? Oh God. Too much stuff.
Kyle's back there killing flies. What you doing, Kyle?
Murdering flies.
Killing flies. We got Kyle mixing up our homemade potato salad. Old Bradshaw family recipe. Isn't it pretty? This is the stuff we film when it's a slow, boring day. Then when Kyle's done sweeping everything up, he sweeps it outside. And that's how you clean a food truck. Sales are actually pretty good today. It's just, they all came earlier. Oh! We got a shopping cart. Come on, buddy.
Bro, cart.
I bet that thing sits there for 20 minutes before somebody comes out and moves it.
Yep. I bet you 4 or 5 cars driving right by.
Hey, there's Annabelle driving by it.
What she said earlier.
And she knows she's on camera. My life's harder because of you.
I don't want to sleep, and you make it harder.
Annabelle's out here topping off the cooler. All right, so the cart sat there for about 10 minutes before a customer went and got it. All right, Annabelle, you want to tell me why we put your face on a thumbnail and the video performs better than anything that's ever had my face on it? Explain
Look
yourself.
at my face. Come on.
What does that insinuate about my face?
I don't know. I can only speak on females.
This is everybody's fault but mine. And it's time to wrap the pork butt again. We do basically the same thing every day. Gorgeous. And the secret to our beans, all that pork fat dripping out in it. It does not get more exciting than that. Yo.
Did you already leave?
Yeah, why?
Annabelle wanted the GoPro for tomorrow morning. That's fine.
Oh, I'm actually recording on it right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll text her.
All right, bye.
Bye. All right, so that's mid-shift, which means I get to go home. That last batch of test ribs was a big success. They went so well that we're already selling them, and we'll be cooking off a whole case of ribs tomorrow at the creamery. Once again, as always, we do not beg for subscribers, but we do hope you'll come back and check out some more stuff in the future. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Lift kid on a limousine. I got 10 problems down in Tennessee, and I ain't got the time to fix them all. Skip breakfast at Tiffany's for a little something.